says the two people are waiting. The Google On Air Hangout is live, and I'm on the phone to welcome to your first meeting. It's going to be an adventure. I had 65 people sign up, but I don't know who's going to get here. No, you're supposed to stay here. No, stay here. You've got my page, the welcome page, the 1-welcome on the top, right? It says, if you look down, does it say here is the link for Google Hangouts? Meeting time July 26th. Right below it should say here is the link for Google Hangouts. It says click to join the link. Maybe I should, it doesn't, if you hover over it, do you see how it lights up when you go over it? Right below, click to join, click that. No, you're way too far. Register is way down below on the page. Okay, so I know, but it says click. You see click to join the link, and below it you'll be you see click to join the group. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to re-upload the page, but I'm going to red or something, or yeah, no, but no, refresh the page. The little circle thing, refresh the page. That is that. Okay, so I'm just no, you have, but above it, it said, now I've re-uploaded refresh the page again. Because now you should see an absolutely enormous, right, I just thought everyone would see it, but no, people didn't, so now I made it huge. Well, you just have to click it, it's going to be automatic. Thank you very much for your enthusiasm and for wanting to be part of this, because I know this has got to take off. Because what we missed in the last generation, people were educating adults. And what we missed is a generation of kids. Because none of the people were aiming at the 10 to 15-year-olds. Not Bill Warner, not Mark Dury, not Oriana Fallaci, not Batailleur. I mean, they're brilliant, they're vital, but they're all people who tended to get people who were 40 plus. They're educating the kids. They're the ones they're doing the kids. Now watch two viewers. I have two viewers. Just a moment. I have two viewers. Are you on, Mason? Okay, so you install. Okay, install it. I think. Okay, so I put on the chat. Bill Runyon joined the group chat. So Bill, if you are there, hello. You can, if you click on the top left, there's something, you look in the top left corner, you see a little chat bar. If you click that, you're going to see on the right, you're going to get a chat column, which is going to let you type any message you want here. See the chat bar on the left. What you do is you take the scroll and you scroll your little mouse thing, or, I don't use a mouse, I always use my finger. You go to the top, you hover, and on the top left, it says chat. When you click on that chat, on the right-hand side, Bill Runyon, you are on. I get hello. Now it just says you. I don't know why you are not, I don't see you. Just a moment. I'm not inviting people. Nope. Close. I have done this before, but other people just appeared automatically on the bottom, and right now I am not Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, you can, and what you can do to see what's happening, click on the YouTube link. YouTube should be live. Just a moment. It should be live. I don't know if it is. It should be. I haven't, I can't do everything. And I'm going to close that and close that. And what I can do though is I can go to my members page. Sorry, whoever's there. I am going to refresh this page. No, it says 2 waiting. Creativity Emporium, June 26th, 2 waiting. I don't know if that's the right one. No, it's the wrong one. Apple W. Okay, that's on YouTube. Fantastic. Okay, well, this is actually amazing technology when you learn to use it. I see somebody here. Is that somebody scratched his nose? Is that Bill Runyon or is that?
That's John Williams.
John
Williams.
Yeah, I don't know anybody yet. Hello, Bill Runyon.
Am I the only one here?
So, okay. Okay. Do you want to click the chat on the top left? And that'll let you introduce yourself. Oh, it's not me. I don't have a camera attached to my computer. And I don't get them. How do you get them? Well, I've got the live chat on and I just see me and John, and I'm going to put my chat on again, and I just see Bill Runyon. Hello, everybody. Thank you for patience, which I think is so absolutely essential. I'm just going to go onto this page here, and I'm going to click on the Google link and see who that shows. Okay, I see myself. Great. Okay, I don't need to be here. Oh, it says live chat here. Okay. Okay, great, fantastic. So, okay, I'm going to hang up this telephone because we can talk later. Okay, whoa, okay. I'm going to give it a few minutes anyway to, I'm seeing here my live chat. Hey, good few videos and nice work. YouTube is live. Can hear you both and see good. Fantastic. There are people on YouTube. Really good. Well, it's very strange. This is my first such experience with the broadcast, and it's very strange that more of you are on this live chat than are on the Google Hangouts, but it's okay. An ideal thing is if you can also introduce yourselves. That you can only do on Google Hangouts because I can let up to 8 people speak there. I'm going to give it another 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know who is there. If you're here, either on YouTube or Google Hangouts, please type hello, type your names so I see who's getting on. It's a very strange experience. Not bad, but just the slightest bit strange. Okay, so what I am doing is I'm going to, there's one person's buddy who is here, which is wonderful. Then you might be able to talk, John, if you wanted to. Okay, I'm going to start, actually. I tend to be, oh, hello, Mason. I see that you are on here as well. Okay, we may be an extremely tiny group, but I did have a couple of people who have, in fact, sent me introductions that they want read. So when I ask you if you want to type a little something on who you are, whether you're on live chat or whether you're on Google Hangouts. And I want to say a little tiny bit, so I will. I'm getting two images of myself and we're not on the same time. Okay, so so I'm just going to start and then I'll pass it over to different people. I don't have that much to say. The first thing I want to say is thank you for being here, and for the people who are not here, who will watch later, and the people who have signed up, it's thank you. I'm so glad you recognize that this is important. And done is incredibly important. When the debates began on YouTube, etc., with people like Robert Spencer, people would take him on willingly. Islamics would take him on willingly because they thought they'll decimate him. And they found they lost every single debate. So now they won't touch him. They won't touch any of the people like Bill Warner who really know their stuff. And why is that? Because now we have such a mass of research. We have so many quotes. We really know our stuff inside out. One thing that we haven't done is we haven't gotten to the kids. There's somebody in my city, Montreal, who occasionally has events. The average age of people coming to the event is over 70, I think. Maybe two people in their 30s. There are people who are over 90 who are coming, and that's marvelous. I'm really glad that the over 90s care enough to come. But I'm just going, where are the 9-year-olds? Where are the 15-year-olds? And then it was less than 2 months ago, I had an idea. I joined this thing and it was like, make a product in a week. Product in a week, what? And I went, you know what? I'll make a kids video. And I hadn't made any, I hadn't had any idea of any. And so I wrote the script and then I did the little drawings, and it was obviously a lot of work. But I think I'm one of these people I want to reach. I think it's so important, as all of you do too. It's so important that we reach people. And so what I was concerned about is, how do we reach kids? How do we not just say it's important for the next generation, how do we reach them? So I'm not saying my video is special or brilliant or anything, but I actually think it's pretty good. How do we reach kids? But this is a tiny part of it. Today, by the way, it went over 10,000 views. So I'm not saying my video is special. Help. Bill Warner posted it twice, someone in Australia, Kimberly Smith, Gates of Vienna, Latepi's blog, and surprisingly, Bare Naked Islam, who has an atmosphere about as different from me as you can get. They've all posted it. But their audience is not going to be the 5 to 15-year-olds. And I think 5, the video would take a lot of explaining, but an 8-year-old can watch it all on their own and can really understand it. At this point, I can't do it alone. I never wanted to do it alone. My thought is we have to get it, either one, into the schools, or the second thing, we have to get around the schools. So I have some ideas, but I'm really interested in what your ideas are. If you, by the way, are having a hard time, like you're not on the Hangouts, because on the Hangouts, I could just give the mic over to you if you have a mic on your computer, and you could speak a little about your interest. Like, is any of you involved with the school board? Grandkids? Do you, through an ACT chapter, if you're American, have access to like the email addresses of teachers or schools? What are your ideas for this? I really know that it's just, like the great replacement in Europe, it's the replacement is Islamics. Well, the great replacement of us is people who have been indoctrinated. That's as much as of a replacement. Reproduce is not biological reproduction. What you need to do is have people who carry your mindset, who carry. And for that, my thing is we really need to reach the young. I mean, they are like, and the colleges, the schools, etc., the people who have taken over these things are brilliant because they know how important these places are. More important, I think, even than the media, and they've got the media too. So, okay. Yeah, how do we break the spell? That's my big thing. What I did is I wrote down a few notes. I don't know how you got here, all of you, to this awareness and to this commitment. I know that for me, it was a slow journey. I mean, I had no idea what I was getting into when I first felt there's something wrong going on. I didn't know, by the way, how much you could do. I had my first little thoughts on it. I remember the only colleague that I was talking to about this big thing was be really careful. In other words, there was a real feeling of fear of talking about it even in a class, as if, you know, there'd be someone lurking in the classroom. So there's going to be something else happening, by the way, that I want all of you to know about. Somebody has been putting together a mini YouTube, which is going to be just for counter jihadis, which means that YouTube, not a mini YouTube, a mini Facebook. That means no one will be able to throw someone off or close a Facebook account for having counter jihad material. Like I keep going on sites and they get closed down, like they're anti-halal or something, and then they're gone. So I don't have a lot to say because my big thing is simply that the other side has got an incredible momentum with the young, and that's where I think we have got to go in part. We have got to get.
Are you walking straight, Patricia?
The kids have
Are you
got
walking
to
straight?
get the teachers.
Okay.
I'm going to see if on the other page you have written anything. I'm seeing new people here. Say something, etc. We need to practice this later, says Mason. Yes. Doreen in Michigan. Very good for a first stream. Thank you so much, no matter what. What a great name, no matter what, you're here. It says there are people on YouTube. You know what? You're not, if you write something, I will read it. In the meantime, 2 people did introduce themselves, and I know a third one was going to introduce themselves. Let me just dig it out what the wrote, who was the 2 people who were introducing themselves. So let me see. Intros for Live Freedom. Okay, I have it here. So they're both from the UK, and they both wrote early because they knew that they would not be making it here. Small wonder, because, you know, I did 7 p.m. figuring they're more North Americans. Okay, so this person is Tom. Tom, and I'm not going to give his family name because some people don't like it, and I hadn't checked that with him. White male, UK from birth, age 61, worked 30 years in the fire service, finished as a watch commander. And he was an equal rights advisor. He's retired now, 6 years. His interests, sailing and current affairs. Why the current affairs? I am passionate about things I take on. I hate bullies of any kind. I believe in educating people to the hidden dangers surrounding them, trying to open their lives. Hope all goes well tonight. Tom. So thank you, Tom, for writing this. The second person, she's somebody who's become a friend in the last few months. My name is Sonia J. Porter, and I live in England, about 30 miles southwest of London. Great husband and 2 daughters in their 40s, so I'm no spring chicken, and I've had a varied and enjoyable life. I started as a secretary, worked in Geneva, Barcelona, and Saigon in Vietnam. Then after I was married and had the girls, the family moved to Dubai, where I fell into doing journalism, writing for various newspapers and magazines out there. Returned to England, I once again fell into something I hadn't done before. in 1994 joined the newly formed UK Independence Party, which had been set up to get Britain out of the EU. I stood for the EU Parliament and afterwards worked with UKIP in various ways. Since 1960, I have known that the EU was intended to be a dictatorship and to be run by Germany, and have done my best to oppose this first step in globalization. But I now realize that while getting my country out of the European dictatorship was a battle, the real war is with Islam.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
shall
Then
be
you can
happy
take
to
it. Skip,
continue
don't
to do what I can to fight this. At my advanced stage, I think all I can do now is write, but I'd be glad to do so. By the way, she writes and publishes in the UK UKIP online newsletter. And I know what I'm going to ask her to write next. I'm going to ask her to write next about the little video and promote it there and try to get, she can there. I'm just going to get rid of, oh no, that's not good. I get someone stealing, but I am going, oh, I've got 5 viewers on. Wow, fantastic. By the way, all of you are supposed to be able to have the visuals, but you must not have a camera on, or your camera must be off. I'm going to tell you how you can join the live to chat, to say who you are. If you take your mouse and you put it across the screen to the top left of the screen where you see me, top left corner, you will see a little chat thing appear. It's here. Putting my mouse there. It says chat. I click on chat, and then on the right I get a bar, and that there on the bottom it says enter chat message or link here, so you can tell me who you are and what you want. I didn't prepare a lot to tell you because the important thing isn't me. I cannot be the boss. If you're in Australia or England, I cannot tell you, you must do this. I'll tell you, I've had incredible support for this thing. People who knew me didn't even know. For example, Gates of Vienna, I've done a fundraiser for Tommy Robinson, so they know me, and then I know Vlad Tepes from Vlad Tepes' blog. Neither of them knew that I was associated with the video, and both of them posted it. They recognized it was important. Then in Australia, I'd never known Kirley Smith. She's somebody I really liked for her anti-halal work. Well, she posted it. Each time a major person posts it, that gets about, let's say, 1,000 views all of a sudden. Zoom, zoom. We could keep getting more adult views, and I am totally in favor of adult views. It's 10,000 now. If we get 100,000, that's way better. If we get Bill Warner's fantastic thing, by the way, Why We Are Afraid, that has gotten, I don't know if it's hit the 4 million mark, but it was 3,900,700,000, 3,900,077, something like that. So it was like hitting 4 million. That is amazing and fantastic. But even with this video, if we get 4 million, if it's adults, we're missing the boat. This is so much meant for kids. I'm going to ask everyone who's watching, write to me in the next day or two. What can you do? What sources do you have? The one thing I can tell you is that when you're doing something, one thing you're asked to do is do something every day. There's someone who is a member who regularly writes to a newspaper and gets published. Can she write about, or he, can he write about this every day?
Okay.
Or can he approach the school boards and write to them? In other words, is there something that you can do? I, by the way, have been doing an incredible amount of something because several people volunteered to translate. And right now you can watch this video in Russian and in Portuguese. Of course, the next push needs to be to get an audience there. It's also going to be going to the Eastern European countries, to people who are active in the counter-jihad movements there. So there's so much we can do. I do not want just my voice here. And I'd known that, by the way, Google Hangouts, I'm supposed to get all of you on the bottom. No, I didn't do anything wrong. I did it public. That meant anyone could join when you joined. But I'm only seeing a couple of people, so it may be your computers. What my really big thing is, and what I also want to know is, do you think we're going to do anything with the schools or outside the schools? What about Christian schools? Do you think any of them would be willing to do this? Then there's a school choice movement. I've emailed the person there. My big thing is reach out and contact just as very many people as you can. One of you has said you're close to Trump, okay, or close to. Is this something that somebody on his team could get behind? I have, by the way, sent it to his Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. I haven't sent it to the Canadian government because our boy toy Trudeau would definitely not be interested in, since he's all gung-ho for, taking care of Islamophobia. I don't know Brigitte, but maybe she could get this out too. If anyone, I'm sure, I think my subscribers, I have like 8 or 15 people who are associated with ACT, as I know. I know that there's somebody in New York from ACT who has sent it to her whole list. But I know we need to get a real activism base. A thought that I have is that I was born genetically optimistic, which means that instead of going, oh my God, there are only so many people, I go, oh my God, we have so many people. I know that in terms of women's rights, there was something at Seneca Falls in the United States, 1848. I have no idea how many people it was, but my thought is it was tiny. And I know in terms of the feminist movement from the 60s, apparently it was a few women in New York around a kitchen table. One of them, I think, was Betty Friedan, who wrote The Feminine Mystique. Now, the Times were also right, because they had the media on their side. The media promoted this. We don't have the media on our side, but on the other hand, we have quite an exceptional media of our own. So my thing is, we're a very tiny group right now. The whole group that registered is 65. This, by the way, I can rebroadcast and anyone can watch it. I'm going to go back and take another look at the Google, at the YouTube page, to see if it says something there. Is there another YouTube page? Is it on? No, it's on, maybe it's on here. YouTube? No, where's my YouTube page? Oh, here it is. I'm trying to get the Google thing working on my other computer. It won't work for me. I'm still watching on YouTube. Yes, Frank Day. Hi, Frank. Great that you are here. Frank, if anybody wants to introduce themselves, if you send me an email, I will check the Live Female email. And if anybody wants to send something, I can read it there, or if you type it and paste it into that. Nope, there's nothing on those. Let me just see. Live Freedom 3. John William, unable to register. I'm on the site trying to register. John Williams, I think John did manage to get on. I don't like Google. I'm going with YouTube instead. Yes, also a Google company, right. I really believe a conference call would be much simpler than a Google Hangout. Yes, we can do a conference call next time. I have tried conference calls. What I have liked about Google is that you can have the visuals. group, but the thing is I have 65 people on the list. Their YouTube is very good, but I will say if somebody has more experience with conference calls, like John has given me his phone number. John, I'm going to call you up and I'm going to have a conference. I'm going to find out how to do this right. I have tried conference calls. I have found them difficult. I had the visual, and it can be very good having the visual as well. I don't have a lot else to say. I'm going to ask each of you, think of what you can do and write to me. The next tentative meeting is in 2 weeks. Also write to me, because an alternative time I was thinking might be Sunday around 2 p.m. But a lot of you may have plans for Sunday afternoon. For Sunday, I was thinking, for example, the 2 people who wrote are from the UK, where 7 p.m. is midnight. Well, 2 p.m. is 7 p.m. there, so it might be very, very convenient for them. So I'm going to ask you, give me what you think your best time would be, and also anything you can do, anything you are doing, and any thoughts on this. This has got to be a team effort. All of you very much for having been here, and I can see you're still here. Next time, I think we're going to, I thought this was going to work better, actually. I'm going to tell you that. Thank you ever so much for all of your patience. I can write goodbye in the chat. I can also write goodbye in the other chat. Where is that? Is it on Safari? No. Is it on Chrome? Yes. Write something. Can I say something? I'm going to write something. Hello. Hello. Thank you all so much. And that is my really big thing. I do have to say goodbye because you can't do anything else. So I'm going to click the stop broadcast button and see you next time. Bye.